Hey guys, sorry, don't know if this is. I'm gonna try to open up the browser here to see if things are not going correctly. We're live right now. Yeah, it shows. Hey guys, sorry, don't know if this is. I'm gonna try to open up the
close Unreal
browser here to see if when I open up the Unreal correctly stream, it's not showing Unreal. It's like glitching out and showing my web browser for some reason. We're live right now. Yeah, it shows. Hey guys, sorry, don't know if this is. I'm gonna try to open up the
close Unreal
browser here to see if when I open up the Unreal correctly stream, it's not showing Unreal. It's like glitching out and showing my web browser for some reason. We're live right now.
Just 1 second.
Yeah, it shows Unreal's open again. Let's see. There we go. Hey guys, sorry. Don't know if this is. I'm gonna try to open up the yesterday I tried to browser here to see if I got double when I open up the Unreal correctly. There we go. Watching. So yesterday I tried to finish up what I had started on Sunday, sorry, and I realized one of the characters I was trying to get the skeleton of must have had some sort of broken bones, because whenever I go to look at the animation still, I still get the wonky kind of animations going on. And again, I see, like, you can see, like, the animations are all weird. The body's kind of all messed up. Testing around, fiddling around with a bunch. So I'm gonna have to just I'm gonna have to go a little bit back and gonna have to use one of the backup versions I have, and I won't be able to get all the meshes I wanted to get into it. Which is fine, you know what I mean? Won't be as crazy as I was thinking could be possible. But for sure, I want to get at least the Survivor Man and the Survivor Girl, and maybe most of Ida's collection if I can. Get those skeletons to work. So I made another backup, of course, just in case if something were to go awry again. So this is one of the backup copies. I believe most of the stuff should work. Oh, my screen is wrong size here. I will fix that. Whoa, I lost it now. Let me close Unreal and try to open it again. Sorry guys, I don't know why I'm having these weird OBS problems tonight. Now I can't even click on my Unreal stream. I'm gonna have to display my whole main monitor. It sucks, but I might just have to do that. Alright. Close Chrome and I'll close Unreal. And I'll just display the whole monitor. It can't be that bad anyway. Alright, so we have backup here. It's the main game, version 2. So now we have the backup. We're going to be working from the backup. Go into this guy. the main goal is to get a couple of basic meshes in there for the character creator, so you have some different meshes to switch between, as well as different mesh skin colors. And then I want to go more in depth later on. Character head mesh. Let's just take this out. Compile, save. And I'm just gonna go over with you guys what I have and what I mean when I want to go through. Because a couple of you guys might not have seen what I've done before, or might be just catching it now. So it'll be good to kind of go through that. So if I hit play here, again I'll be switching out this main menu level for my own main menu level. It will not be so cartoony. I have this character here. She is floating because she's doubled up there. This is what I mean. I have to fix the character creator. Now, in the other version, I had done a lot more work with the character creator. Unfortunately, I lost some of it. It is what it is. Where I had different skin for the pants color, because that was part of the old system. I actually had body type and then skin color, or yeah, and body color, I guess, and then the hair. So I had a couple more options here and stuff like that. As you can see when we hit start here. It's going to load us into the level. We got our advanced locomotion working. It's pretty smooth for the most part. And sprint looks good. Roll looks good. You know what I mean? Crouching looks good. There's some clipping with the dress, but that's because she's doubled up right now, and I could fix the dress later. That's not the. There's a duplicate hair, and that's okay. That's just because I had started the character creation, and then I was like, oh crap, I haven't backed up in a while. I'm gonna back this up, and I didn't get to finishing fixing the hair, and then I did fix the hair in the latest version of the course, and I added a bunch more. But then, as you can see, that's why you make backups, because something went wrong, and I have warped the skeleton, and I cannot fix the skeleton no more. And that's fine. So yeah, jumping, rolling. I see mantling, and then mantling, different type of mantling there. I don't have anything I can vault over, but I'm sure vaulting works. Let's show you some. We got melee, so there's some punching. I could single punch if I want to. If I go over here with the animations, I could pick up the spear, and the spear animations work. Now, I did pick up a bunch of new animations, and I might, like I have great sword animations. So I don't know if there's maybe great swords in the game, because it's not like you're gonna find in a zombie apocalypse. You're not gonna really run across great swords. But maybe there's some sort of mode or something that'd be good to have the great sword. But the other animation that comes with the great sword is samurai swords, and I will have samurai swords because that's kind of cool with most, especially the East Asian zombie movies, where a lot of. I actually know a lot of friends with samurai swords because they're just collectors of Japanese stuff. So samurai swords are more likely. Great swords, I don't know many people that actually stock a great sword in their house. But anime swords, people have it as decorations on their wall and stuff. Maybe ones are real, maybe somebody spent a bunch of money on it, so you never know. So we want to be able to switch this skin out to have. We want to be able to fix this here so people could not just do the hair, but do the body and the hair after with the hair color work. And we want actually multiple different bodies in there. So I'm going to exit here. And the two that I'm really focusing on is the survival girl and the survival man. I really want those two. If I can get the other three survival girls, it's a different creator that made that. That's cool. And the school girls, that would be pretty cool. And I think I'll stop at the maid. I don't want to go any farther. A lot of the other packs, like the Kitsune and the horror monsters, they would be good to have, but if there's a separate animation blueprint for all the monsters, that's not so bad, as well as a separate whole animation set for all the monsters, that's not so bad, because most of them won't be super humanoid anyway. Compared to having one for every single skeleton and one for every single character, that would get a little crazy, and that's why I really want to be able to get rid of the skeletal mesh. And just have the one skeletal mesh with the one setup of animations. So, we want to open this here, look at it. It's pretty good. I'll drag our CC skeleton over here. Target manager, modify pose, reset, view pose. We want to make sure it's humanoid. Save. S-Key Girl, I'm pretty sure, is the animation. So let's just see if I delete this first. Oh no, this is using a lot of the girls' animation. So what's SK Girl using? Oh, it's just the preset girls, the pre-combo girls. Alright. So we want to make sure that this is all good. So I believe she's in an A pose. And they're both humanoids. And again, if I look at the animations right now, the animations are good. No broken bones, no oddities in the feet. Everything's perfect. Let's see. If I delete this and replace with CC skeleton. Save. Again, I don't like her A pose. I don't think it's 100% perfect. I did do a backup just in case. And again, the big purpose for Sundays and Tuesday nights, me streaming, is so everybody gets to see where I'm at in the game and that the progress is still going and what I'm struggling with or where I'm going, and then the community could say, "Hey, you need to less focus on that. We would like you to focus on this," and then we could, like I said, when we're working together to build this game, we're going in the direction that a lot of people are like, a lot of people prefer. Again, when you delete and save a skeleton, I think the saving shouldn't take this long. More when I do the fixed redirectors. But right after saving, I want to check the animations. I want to make sure that the animations are not long or a bit. And stream's going. Hey. Actually, I think I need to pop out and fix my to chat. There we go. If I go back, I see that now. Hey, yeah. YouTube chat is a little squished. But I don't think I need to do YouTube chat. I might take that off. And yeah, I'm probably going to build a different display now that I'm on YouTube. Because my guy, everything is more on the left hand side now, so my guy's constantly looking away from the screen. As well as YouTube, I think they have the chat bar that everybody can see just on the right hand side, which is different than Twitch, which is nice. Alright. Oh, I'm still saving. So. While it is saving. What is this screen size? Okay. File, new. Sure, we'll do a transparent background. Delete this layer for sure. Let's get this. We're gonna highlight this here. Copy this, throw it over here. New layer. I want to flatten this. Now copy, bring this over here. I want to might even need to divide these up. This is the first time we're gonna have something like this here. Make a new layer for that. Click on this layer here, and we will grab this here. Maybe I'll stick it right about there. Make a new layer actually. Oh. Touch the trees. Finding home. We will get rid of this layer. Delete. Add a new layer. Okay. We will get the brush here and black. Background. Color take normal. Opacity 100. Background color. There we go. Oh. We might need to make this like a gray. Can't paint? Why can't I paint? I have the background selected. New background color. Yeah, there we go. Delete this now. Let's do what is going on here? Oh, no, that is right. So pasted layer 1. Oh, we need to delete this layer here. Pasted layer 2. I actually wanted down here. Layer 1. Alright. Actually, Unreal should be done by now. Survival Girl. Right, we're looking at the advanced locomotion character. Oh yeah. So right now the girl, as we had open before, the survival girl, and the CC character have the exact same skeleton. I can split between the meshes perfectly fine, and there is no alterations, no deformed animations. Everything would be smooth. And to kind of showcase that, because she is wearing clothing, I should actually have I could actually get the player character open here. So that will be in the easy survival RPG characters. Oh no, blueprint characters, base character RPG. And if I go to the mesh and I switch it from CC skeleton to that was a UE for what I will do, sometimes it's easier to do it this way, I will click on the skeleton that I want. Just make sure this is not what this is, just full body, right? So if I actually hit delete here, it's going to tell me what's referencing it. Yeah, this is these are all combinations. None of them are full body. This is full body here. So if I click here, I have had that skin highlighted. I will fill it here, and I will compile, save. Take a sec. I'll go back to this here. Finding home. I think that should be good enough for spacing. And then I'll just fill. I'll have. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna want it on this side. Let me do it. Okay, actually, just there we go. And paste it level 2. I'll go right there. I want it to be finding home. File. Export this as the PNG. I'm gonna call it YouTube background, and I could export this to desktop, my game version 1. Export it here. Put a lot of my other pictures. Export. I'll save that. Sure. File. Save as. In the same spot. Desktop. My company. Version 1. Where all this is. I'll just call it YouTube background. Close that out. Discard the other change. Yeah, save now, so I should be able to click the mesh. Looks like it's using the ALS, so that's good. If I play now, showcase, I have the other mesh going. And I hit start. So that allows me to swap back and forth between the meshes, and both meshes will have all the animations and everything. They both have all the hair. I'll have to adjust the hair, and I'll have to adjust the dress per character. That's just using morphs and stuff. Or, in worst case, I'll just have different dresses for each. I'll duplicate and alter. But, see, that mesh now has all the animations as the original mesh, and everything looks smooth. I'll show you mantling just in case. Mantle up here. Mantle on this guy. Oh, or you jump mantle on that. The double handed. No, I want a double hand. There we go. Double hand mantle. Because, yeah, we could single hand mantle even on this. Oh, double hand mantle. Oh, now we can go single hand mantle on this here. There we go. Single hand mantle. And then, yeah, roll everything. Oh, and I could just go show you with a weapon. Again, now that we have this, I want to get at least the male in there. And I get attacked. Watch out. So now we want to get at least the survival male. Again, I was thinking of maybe trying to get the survival girls. But again, somewhere along the line when I was doing this, the animations got all warped. Because one of these characters that I had picked up, even though they stated in the store that it was rigged and set to the UE4 skeleton. It was not. I have a feeling it's probably the advanced female or the based female customization. For all of Ida's stuff that I know, and a lot of other stuff like the SDK Warrior, a lot of their stuff is just really good quality. Again, you are spending like anywhere from $50 to $80 a model, so again, you kind of expect high quality at that point for just one model, and it's not custom to you. It's just a generic model. So let's go ahead and do that now. We'll look at this guy here, and we will, because that gives us 2 different males and at least 2 different females, and both of them have different skin colors. They both have multiple skin tints that you could do, and the males have a couple different skin tints you could do. Why? And I think I would just settle for that for now, and then we'll work on the character customizer, and I'll come back after I do a good save and backup, and I'll try the schoolgirls and the survivor girls and stuff. The main thing with the schoolgirls and the survival girls is really their clothing. They don't really change. I find the females at that point don't really change that much from one mesh to the next. A lot of them look quite the same, but I really want the clothing to be easily swappable and easily added to the mesh in the right locations. So that's where it's important, because it'll be a lot more easier with that. So this is the mesh here. Open it up. Surprise. We still want to get SK Girl. Yeah. Maybe we'll do SK Girl as well. We're looking at character customizer, characters. The female and the male, again, already in the character customizer, use the same skeleton already. So again, this is a humanoid. It's an AA pose. This is a humanoid. It's an A pose. Oh, it's not humanoid. Humanoid rig. Save. You want to save. Actually, we'll save all and fix redirectors. Because everything's working right now. So, yeah. While that's saving, I hate just standing here, but I do mind talking to you guys. I'm quickly going to add a source here. Source image. Image, background, image. Go. If I go be my guy now, and I'm gonna put him here, and main monitor. Grab that. All right, guys, how does that look? I will come up with something to put above my character's head. I think it looks a little. Well, maybe I could drag myself down. Do I? Do I need my full character? I don't know. I'll wait for you guys to kind of give me a heads up. I'll ask a couple people who I don't see anything in the chat. Hey. Maybe that's just the chat on OBS. Maybe it's not synced. Yeah. Hello. And my OBS chat isn't synced. Like the chat I have here. Anyway. Oh, I got the Inception going on. I'll switch off that. Alright. Yeah, so sorry guys, if I don't see your chat, I still gotta work on that. I'm new to this. This is my second YouTube stream. So figuring out why I can't see chat is a little annoying. It's all saved. Again, we're going to fix up redirectors here. So we go to the top. The advantage of going through everything once, though, I can actually, while I'm waiting, I can actually pull up the version I was working on, and we can copy some stuff from that to make things a little bit easier. So it's not just going from memory. I could be like, oh, this is what I need, and this is what I need. So we'll do that. All saved there, it's all good. So I might be able to control C if anything else goes wrong here. Check my task manager now with both Unreals open. Looking pretty good. The power of powerful computers. Oh, nope, that's the new one that's actually going. The other one's still actually doing its thing. Move this guy out of the way here for now. And I am going to go into Easy Survival RPG Blueprints Character Base Character Player Character. I'm gonna pull that up. take this away and put it over here so I can see what those look like. And the other one I'm going to open up as well is Blueprints, User Interface, Menus. Main menu? Yes, main menu. That way I can see what it looks like. So those are the two things I will be working on. I was saying that before, that this here, when you have a whole skeleton change, there's a lot of references that have to be transferred over. So sometimes this takes a long time. In the last stream, we seen that it was taking a bit. It was poopy, but again, I don't want to just do this off stream, as I feel like we missed out on some stuff, or not showing you guys what I'm going through to get the game progressed. So once I get the survival mail in, and if everything goes well with that, then I'll just start working on updating the character customizer, and then once that's done, I could just go into ranged weapons, make sure they're good, the shooting feels good, and once the shooting feels good, I was thinking about doing migrating my project in maybe, and the other thing maybe, or even before I migrate my project in, working on like a deathmatch mode just to test the shooting, just to make sure everything's up and running. Because remember, I will have that as one of the modes that I would be doing. Yeah, I'm gonna have the survival mode where you could just like build stuff, shoot zombies, run around. Thinking about doing a deathmatch mode. Later down the line, a battle royale and a campaign. The other maps I was thinking of doing is kind of like what's it called? Like Suicide, Squid Games kind of thing, and another one kind of just like a horror map where you don't have that many any weapons or anything like that, and you have to solve puzzles and stuff like that. I do in my game though want you to be able to get your sweet revenge, so maybe you start off with no weapons, no nothing, and then you solve all the puzzles, and then you unlock like this place where he hid all your gear. You go loot it, you get your gear back, you turn around and kill the big bad that's been playing and haunting you. So the hunter becomes the hunted kind of thing, and I think I just call that hunting grounds. I also want more like a Killing Floor style map as well. Called Last Stand. Last Stand mode. And again, that way we can set different difficulties, and I just want a decent kind of a lobby as well. So So see how that goes. Wow, this is really stuck on the combination here. Combination 4. Which is odd because I thought the survival girl combinations were on the other skeleton. The SK girl skeleton, not the UE4 skeleton. My task manager says it's still working though. Sorry about the wait, guys. Just to chat with you, see if anybody is popping tonight. See how things are going. Let's put up the browser here. Oh. I think it's just me watching myself, talking to myself. Stream started 64 seconds ago. I don't know if I broke something again. And it disconnected and reconnected. Because it definitely should have started 51 minutes ago and not 61 seconds. So, I don't know if I broke something or what. But I can see myself. This is just a regular YouTube thing. So. And it's the first time kind of checking things out. So. Hope you guys are having a great night. If anybody does decide to stop by. But while I wait, I could actually probably minimize this and maximize this. But now while I move around, my guy actually looks kind of like he's looking at the what I'm doing. So if I'm looking up, it's looking up, looking down, looking down, looking all the way over, he's looking all the way over. There we go. I actually have this character too that I could actually put in the game. I have him. So it might be cool to have him in there as well. But again, that's not as important. I like to make sure I have a backup first created before I go to add him. There you go. See, it did move. Like I said, it was not broken on my end. Part of me's just thinking about how to go about this. Again, so yeah, every Sundays and Tuesday nights, no matter what I'm doing, I'm just going to stream myself coding so you guys can see where I'm at and where I'm going. And just stream what's going on in the company, for the company and the game. And then the rest of the nights, when I ever do get a chance to code, I will code and then catch you up either on the Sundays or the Tuesday streams, or I'll still try to do the summary streams on Friday nights if I can. Again, it is a lot, and I do have 2 kids and a full-time job and everything else as well, so it's I get it in when I can. Yeah, so as you can see my desktop there, you can see that I use VMagick Mirror for my avatar. It's pretty good. It allows me to not have to have a webcam, so it follows the mouse. That's what gives you that kind of like live thing. You guys will have to let me know how I sound as well. Sometimes I lean a little bit back from the microphone. Trying to think of what else I could do to be more productive. Maybe we'll add more to this background here. Make it a little bit more just a gray screen here in the meantime. So I'll go to GIMP again. File, open recent, this file, open recent, this, file, open, I don't know why I added that and deleted it. I think I just wanted the idea of what it was. But I do have a layer now, so I'll just use this layer. So what I want is I want to paint in the brush. I want clouds. Seem like a fog. Scale the size down a little bit. Scale size down a little bit. Just want to. Is there an opacity? hardness, force, spacing, angle, aspect ratio. That nice kind of fog to it. Whoa. I gotta scale this down a bit. Scale this down a bit more. Clouds are not the same. I think that kind of brings it up a bit more. Do that a little bit bigger, right there. Gonna buff it up. Kind of want to make this a little bit more transparent. Like, come back later if that is what people think is better. So again, I will. It's completely different layers. They don't have anything to do with anything. So I could just save it. And again, I'll export as. We'll overwrite that. Interesting. It actually edited the picture right away. I did not know that. I did not have the whole top filled out. There you go. File save, file export as PNG, overwrite it. So, there we go. That's looking more my style. Let me know what you guys think. Matches a lot with the rest of the game stuff. I think the clouds were a little too dark on the gray, though. I can go back some other time and make it a lighter gray, I think. I just have to. I don't think I have it so transparent right off the hop. And then, but again, I think that's for another time. Oh, yes, because it's for another time because this is done. Right. Sorry about that, guys. See if anybody has mentioned anything. Nope. Alright. So, this is still... I'm still live, right? So if I go to YouTube streaming, still live, it looks like. Yep. Okay. Let me see here. So, let's get on with this here. We want the survival male mesh. Right. Everything's good. That's the best looking guy there. He definitely has an A pose. Okay. So if we delete this here, all those meshes come with it. We want the CC skeleton. Just double check before we do that. Humanoid. It just sucks when you break stuff. Alright. So we'll close that. I don't want to open when I delete it. CC skeleton. Replace. Okay. So first things first, we'll quickly hop back to the advanced locomotion, character, mannequin, animations. And it looks like, ooh, we got a winner. Animation's still good. So, again, now we could go to the... Do I have it open right? I do not have it open. Now we could go to the easy survival RPG, nope, blueprints, characters, base character. It's gonna look funny because he's gonna have a dress, but we can now go to the mesh and we can go survival man mesh, click on the survival man, and we could insert the survival man, compile, and if we play showcase, we have our survival man. That looks like he has that. Okay, we'll fix the dress and stuff later on. But I think that's the main thing. I don't even think I want to really mess with the survival girl SK, because even this combo, we won't be really using these combos. I'll probably end up deleting them again because our character is not going to have clothes. We're going to have picking up clothes as items and wearing them as armor. So we'll never have a use for these fully decorated preset skeletons. So there's no point of retargeting and risking anything there. So I'm going to save all. And again, whenever you do stuff like that, you want to fix up redirectors. We'll do another save all. We're good to go. Just we'll do one last look at the advanced locomotion, character, mannequin. Yep. Still looks good. I'll take one last playthrough. This time with the male and his glitched out dress. We'll get that fixed. Oh, look how Hulk he is. Rawr. But again, the male has all the animations. He can roll. He can jump. He can one-hand mantle. He can... Oh, he's too tall. No, I want a two-hand mantle. I gotta jump and catch. There we go. Two-hand mantle. Two-hand mantle. Oh. Yeah, he can sprint. So that means he has all the animations and everything. We will also just test. And, because I always pick that spear up, let's do something different. Let's just do this, like, one-handed weapon here. There you go. Wow. Ja. Swing, swing, swing. There we go. Sick. So, all the animations are good. Everything's good. So, what we want to work on next is the character creator. Get that established. And for that, I don't need that. I will need that, and I will also need the easy game survival RPG templates. It is a blueprint. It is a user interface. We'll be working with the menus today, and we will be looking with the main menu screen. Okay. There we go. First things first is looks here. And this is fine. I'll be adding graphics and stuff to this later. We're just looking for a menu. So menu box, single player mode, settings, multiplayer mode, showcase. Customer character is here. Character customizer. Size box that makes sure it fits any screen. Vertical box makes everything in a vertical line. Spacer. This needs to be 100 for the PlayStation. I want to also push it off the left side by 100 actually. But maybe we'll focus on that per box. Because each one of these guys, well, maybe not. So we'll get a vertical box here. Horizontal, sorry. Horizontal box. We'll drag it into here. This vertical box in the horizontal box, and we will duplicate or control W the spacer. We will switch this 100 to 1 and we'll move the 100 to here. We will now grab the vertical box and we will say fill, so it fills the rest of the area out. Go. Now getting back to the top portion of this, we have characteristics. I actually just want to say new character. I don't think we need to say characteristics. Like, I think people get the point of that, and I would really like the extra space. So after the 100 spacer, so it's away from the walls for consoles and stuff like that. If consoles are later, it just gives it buffering because there's different TV sides and stuff like that. So it's not even just consoles. It's just when you're dealing with any kind of TVs, you want to give that 100 space buffer there. New character, ability points, and you're going to be able to set your ability points. Again, I might come in here and change the graphics later. That's not so much important. Cosmetics is what's going to be important. So we could change this here. Graphics overlay. Vertical box. Character, board strength. So this vertical box I want to hide. We have a little spacer here. That's fine, I think. Cosmetics. It's fine, I think. And then we want to do the same thing again. We're going to bring a vertical box, horizontal box here. Put the vertical box into it. We are going to grab the spacer. This time this spacer, or duplicate it. I drag this spacer into our vertical box. We'll put it actually out of our vertical box. We want it in front, and we're going to make sure this fills the rest of the area. Now, border and hair type. Border and hair type. This is like a custom button that is made, so it has different things like text, and it's gives it the special font, the value. It has click sounds, so when you click the up and down arrow, it activates and stuff. The width value is 50. So we're going to want this border and this button. And this, when we go into the graph, we go into the event graph. You could see that this has the different options. We're going to see our character here, and the increase and decrease on hair color index, but there's hair type index. So let's go to that, and hair type is going to have this here. We're going to edit this I had done this last time, where I'm just gonna have one method that's a generic method, so we're not redoing this method all the time, doing hair index. We're gonna have a method, and we're actually gonna use this port here, where it actually takes input, and it's gonna take a hair index input, it's gonna take a type input, a min input, a max input, and then we don't need these because this guy is doing this for each one, but we might have lots to do, so we'll keep it as is for now, simple. But when we go over to head, it's dealing with meshes, and that's why we want to actually copy the hair type, so when we're going through it later, it'll be easier to remember on what we need to do. So when we go to UI here, we're going to go back to designer. We're going to copy this here. Might even be able to just do it this, Control W. Yeah, there we go. So now I've got hair type and hair type 1. We're going to change hair type 1 to gender. And we're going to move this to the top. This doesn't have any information on what it does. This is just a border, so it doesn't have any binds. And then up and down. It's just simple. We don't need to fill, it's auto gonna fill. Padding 10 is fine. But gender, we actually need to change this to gender. The default value is set to 1. That's fine. Another thing you could do, instead of having gender 1 and 2, is you just have male, female. Just for easiness later on in the way the world's going, I think I'm just going to leave this not as a boolean where I do male, female, just in case the complications come along and they're like, I don't want to be a male or a female, I want to be gender neutral. We will just have numbers. So you could be number 1, we'll have a female mesh. Number 2, we'll have a male mesh. And maybe later on, number 3, we'll have another mesh. But for now, we just have the 2 meshes, the male and the female mesh. Compile. And save. Now, hair type, again, we're still a mesh. We can still have different hair. But I don't know if I need type. I'm just going to put hair. We know that it's cosmetic. We know that we're changing hair. Simplify it. Not like that much jargon. Hair color. Now that's different. Yep, we're actually doing hair color. Pants. We do not have pants. Pants are going to be armor. We're going to be adding that later. So we'll need to change this. So pants color will no longer be pants color. The next thing I want to add is faces. There will be different types of faces. But faces are meshes. They're not actual colors. So I wanted to, during my graph, do I want to delete this? No. So I'm gonna, again, copy this hair, duplicate it, and this time I'm gonna bring it below hair, color, and just realized some of the stuff isn't named. Canvas 0, call it main menu canvas, menu border, that actually is a name, vertical box, main menu vertical box, character customizer, size box, customize character size box for SB, and here will be the same thing for consistency. We will custom character B. BTN is button. I'm gonna leave this as B as border. I think we'll see that it's a border for that. And then customize character vertical box, spacer, space from top. This actually has a real name. This actually has a real name. Space. Etch. Oh, it says skill, but it's more like attribute. Skills from side. Oh, what's this? That's the horizontal box, actually. So we actually name that skill point HB. Not too sure if there was a named convention and I just accidentally read it. Space skill from side. You kind of know what these boxes are and what they do. But it was more for these when I seen like border 8. Like, what is that? So we do gender border, hair border, and if ever later on you need to make this as a variable and actually use this, hair color border, then it's way easier to reference what this is. In this case, this will be our face border. Not much change there. And this will be face. And this will be face. And we will need to have it on decrease. We'll drag that over here, and we will need to have an on increase. drag that over here. So now when you hit the decrease or increase nodes or buttons, it will do something. And even this, you could do like widget, like face widget, like underscore W, but I haven't been doing that, so it's already long enough to go through all of these and fix them up, the naming conventions, which I'll do at some point. So I'll fix that later. The next is, of course, after face, we're gonna have different body types, like I said. So for the males, I have the CC male, as well as now I have the survival male. For the females, I have the CC female, as well as the survival girl female. As well as the survival girl, her skin colors are actually broken up as different meshes, I believe. I could go check right now just to make sure before I do that stuff. Survival girl meshes. Combinations, no. Separate meshes. Body parts. Oh no, it's all the, so it is just materials. Well, there's still the two right now. Like I said, that's when we had done it on Sunday. We had added all those meshes. Is because my initial intent was to have a ton of different meshes you could switch between, which had different body type, completely different body types and everything like that. Unfortunately, one of the meshes broke and wrecked my animations, and made me have to backtrack to redo some of the stuff that I'm doing right now. So, but we still need body. So again, we're gonna take face and we're gonna duplicate face because we still want it to be like face. Face border. No, this is gonna be body border. Face one. No, this is just gonna be body. And body. Skin color. Just like I did gender, instead of putting sex, I am going to put body instead of skin, because in this day and age, trying to make sure that you're not, sorry, just seeing if everything's going good, trying to make sure that you're kind of being like neutral, for people being offended. Yes, people get offended a lot more easier in this day and age. So some people don't like hearing, "Oh, you're dark skinned or light skinned," or so. Body color. Some people say, "Oh, my body color is green." It just seems less aggressive for some people. I don't know why. Oh, we're going to need to squish our buttons down here as well. And we're going to need to bring them up. We're also going to need to get rid of pants. And that might give us the room we need. So let's go over here. We're going to have to find pants. Pant color. So we need to do... Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. We need to look for pants in here. Body, but colored. The BTN, no, it's just body, so it should be in the P section. Pants color. We're gonna find references. pants color update is a function. We're going to delete that function. Compile, save. We're going to find out where these pants colors are being called. Okey-doke. We're gonna leave a big red comment box here. Change the color comments, so just pick here. Go. Hey. Add new parts to randomization. To randomize. This is my own notes. Randomization. So we can see that clearly from a mile away. Set default settings. But in this case, we will connect this one. That's a default setting. It's doing a lot of other stuff here. And again, we will set a comment. I need to get my comment. It's not gonna let me edit my comment box. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Comment. Now that I have the comment box, it's the best time to resize it. Change the color. Red. Where is I think I'm gonna get there? And again, I'll hit OK. Add new parts to defaults. Here, this is all in the menu and it's all along here, so we're not going to close any of these things up here. Again, we're just going to cut this here, comment box here, do it red, there we go, okay, add new parts to update. Save. Now we should be able to get rid of the pants colors. Not using it anyway, not changing the pants color, just taking up menu space. So let's go back to the designer, border. What are more widgets in the graph? Do you really want to delete this? No. Find references. Character load pants. Load visibility. Cut this, make sure this, load We'll make this red. Know it. We want to say add parts. So we know what we're going to do here. Add our parts. There you go. So now we're going to delete this guy here. And so hopefully we see this nice orange flag here. And we come back and we add our parts when we're back here. I want to try to delete the colors pants here, and then certainly we should be able to get that out of the designer. Alright, let's see here. So let's delete this here. I can't delete it because it's given to us in the, so find references. No references now. Now we can delete it. Now we can delete it. Right, there we go. So this is a horizontal box already. So we just want our spacer duplicate. We just want to drag our spacer into this horizontal box like that. We're going to duplicate this spacer and we're going to put it don't want in the horizontal box. So if I do 0, I'm gonna do 1, I'm gonna do 100. I want it in the vertical box. There we go. So now that's 100 over. As you can see, even though there's a space, I think, in between these guys here, it's not much. It's very tight. Like, we don't have much space left. Even the cosmetics is kind of squished. Not much room. Everything's tight. We just have enough room. So deleting that extra node is kind of needed. Right. Now we just want to make sure we have all of our buttons. So everything's named properly too. We could change this border to body color border. Now I am Canadian, so we usually put a U in color, but whoever made this project was American, and they've already spelled color without the U like 100 times. So again, for coding, always try to keep everything consistent. Since he's already used color without the U 100 times, I'm just gonna stick with not adding the U, so everything's consistent. So yeah. We're gonna go here. Oh, we do not have our 2 buttons here, so we need to add those. Increase. Go back to designer. Now our hair. We have those. Hair color, again, we have those. Face, we should have those. Alright, but we need the body. designer, and body color should already be done. There we go. So these are what we need. These are gonna go with the rest of the stuff over here. So I'm gonna try to tidy this up so I don't have my brain explode out of anger, just because I have like OCD or something, and when things are not lined up it drives me crazy. So we do this hair index. And like I said, I don't know, definitely not going to do it tonight, but I'm probably going to come back and change this. I don't like the way that's coded, but again, somebody else made this. It's a great help. It really speeds up the programming when you're a solo developer to get pre-made templates and stuff like that. So, and with that, when you know what you're doing, in a sense, after a while, you just go and change things. Body color is skin color, hair color is hair color, that's fine. I'll probably actually switch the order of this to make more sense later on too. So it's gender, and then after gender, it'll be hair, then hair color, face, then body color. Instead of this, like, micmash of random stuff all over the place. I did one square down. So again, I just like to line it up with the grid. I like the lines nice and straight. Again, that's all personal preference. Now we know what we're kind of doing here, so we're going to get the gender here, slot in here, and we're going to need a gender index. So we could go see we're in customization, hair, pants, skin. So maybe we are going to need another one of these things here. So hair color, hair type. We're gonna need all these here. So let's just these are all just integers. So we're just gonna control W, and this here, instead of type hair, we're going to categorize it as type gender. It's going to give us a new gender thing. Hair index 0. Hair color index 0. We're going to call it gender index. So we're just going to check these variables here. Max hair color is 4, so that's going to be the maximum different things. So in our case, I think it's going to be 2. The maximum number of characters that we have is just 2. For just male and female right now. So that's all we have to note when we're doing that. I don't think we need to actually copy those ones. We'll copy this. So this one here will be min gender index. will be 0, and this one here will be max gender index. We'll save again. Then, for max, we want to set 2. We want to make sure that we have it's not going over or under. Right. So we will then see that it's taking the gender index. Get. Another way of doing this is just holding control and dragging to get the get. And we're doing a minus minus, a decrement, and we are also getting a plus plus, an increment. And that's on the decrease for decrement and the gender increase. Then we have a method called hair type. So we're gonna looks like it all is in the same thing here, all just underneath character settings, and we have hair types. We want to take hair type and we're going to duplicate it. And we could just hit Control W. I want to show you guys sometimes what I'm doing. Oh, so that was update gender. So with this, looks like we're gonna need that gender index and drag that out. Min, drag that out. And max, drag that out. Again, try to keep these lined up pretty nicely. I can move this up. Hair type, so gender index, but we need the set this time. Get this here, get that there, bring this over here, bring this down here, and now we drag this off. It's not being really used, and we can remove this. Hair. When you click on here, you see that it's a U value, which is that widget value that we had before. So it's the actual hair. So in this case, we're looking for gender. And we're gonna link that up there. Update value. And that's just gonna change the value on the thing. It's going to the player character, and it's calling the player character's head. Customize head. We'll come back to that because that's going to be editing the player character. So we will come back to that later. We don't want to. So we're gonna put commenting here. Color it red. Say update player and add here. Because this method is actually a part of the player class. Now, I don't, from everything I know, getting all actors of class is a terrible way of doing things. When you begin a widget, I was told that you should, if you're going to be using a class often, that you would, at the time of creating a widget, you could then get the actor class, check that it's valid, loop for each loop body, customize head. So this is going to do this for each player. But yeah, either way, you would then save that, save a reference to that class at the begin play or the constructor, and then here you would call a reference, just like you do with the hair here. You would do character player, get valid character player, so you'd make sure that it is valid, and then you would do the loop if you need to loop. Oh, you wouldn't need to loop because you just have one character. Again, it's the main menu, so it's going to be the server anyway. It will not be the client. The client's going to have his character before loading into the host server. So, looping through a whole bunch of characters that aren't there is just, from what I understand, bad practices. So, we labeled that there. And, oh, this is hair type. Oh, well, it's going to be hair type for now. But we could, just in case, so we're not confused later, just drag out a gender index, just in case, and just throw it there. So here, we're going to want a gender hooked up to the decrease. And we're going to want the gender hooked up to the increase. We got hair type again, so we're going to do gender type, gender min, gender max. We're going to hook these guys up. Max is here, delete that, now that's done. Min is here, delete that, now that's done. And then this is going to here, and it's going to here. And delete that, now that's done. For me, I personally like to nicely squeeze these guys together. Nice, happy couple there. So that's all changed there, good, good, good. Gender. And that's it for this method. So like I said, sometimes I'm going to go back and redo some of the code to make it more efficient and optimize things. But right now we're just demoing things off here. And so that was our gender update. Body, gender. And we're going to hook here. Hook here. And so now the event graph for the character customization part is the same. So this week, if I get extra time, that's all abilities. Oh, there's the randomization. This week, I will be adding them to the randomization, hopefully, if I get time. And then that's the character customization here and the event graph. But as you know, we still have those other tabs open. So I'd want to check load character. Up, I'd add the gender here. I'll decrease in load keys. Update. Up, I have to add the gender here. Hair type, won't really need to add the gender here. Looks like I could probably close this. New player. Oh, we'll have to update this get settings here because you see that it has pants and stuff. We'll have to update this string here too. So there's some stuff that we have to update here. So this is good to keep, and it's good to know because this is stuff that's handled in the journal and other things outside of our main menu map. That is good to know. And our default character, we're going to need to update here. Alright, but this is all I have for tonight. Again, I usually try to do my best to stream from 9 to 11. So I'll be back again Sunday for sure on stream, so you guys can see what I'm up to. If I'm lucky, before Sunday, on Friday, you'll hear from me. Just an update video on how things are going. If not, though, you'll see me here on Sunday on stream. And then again, I'll be here on Tuesdays from 9 to 11. Again, I just left Twitch to start streaming on YouTube. That way it's easier for people to see what I'm up to. Alright, thank you guys so much for joining the stream. Whoever did, or came pop in or not. And you guys have a good one. Cheers.